Hello, welcome to my presentation for application number 2. Today we are going to be looking at the amount of people who are uninsured under any medical insurance. We have just a couple of things to complete on our to-do list for this application problem. First, we need to know, is it a binomial distribution? Which means that we need to look at if it follows the rules of being a binomial distribution. And then we make our final decision. Next, we are going to discuss the data and needed information on what the Census Bureau's report is stating, and a bit of knowledge about our survey that was conducted. Lastly, we are going to break down what all these numbers even mean, especially breaking down our important data points, and to finally see if our results agree or contradict with the report from the Census Bureau. Here are the rules we are going to look at to even determine if we can perform a binomial distribution on this application problem. First is asking each person and getting their answers dependent or independent of the last person being asked and answering. Well, every answer we receive is not reliant or dependent on the previous answer, or even the next answer given. Second, are there results that we would consider a success and a fail, or is there more or even an in between? Well, we are going to work a bit backwards today and consider an uninsured person as a success and those who are insured as a fail, due to the reason that we want to specifically look at those who are uninsured, I mean. Third, was there a fixed number of trials or people surveyed? We are working and asking a fixed number of 200 people. Since we were basically able to say yes to all these questions, we make a final decision that we will be working with a binomial distribution. Let's learn a bit more about the problem at hand. According to the Census Bureau's stats, they were able to report their findings that 8.5% of all Americans are uninsured. This is likely due to the inaccessibility that they have or that they cannot afford it. As I mentioned quite quickly before in our own conducted survey, that there were 200 people who were questioned on their insured status. This was done by a cluster sampling, or in other words, heading to the large chain grocery stores within the area, like Kroger, Walmart, Food Lion, and Publix as well. Of the 200 people we questioned, 28 of them notified us they were uninsured, leaving 172 people as insured. With all this information available to us now, we are going to go ahead and label what each data point stands for. The average amount of people they were expected to answer, looking at the Bureau stats, should have been 17 people. And given that the standard deviation is 3.94. The probability of someone with no insurance is 8.5%, and the probability of having insurance is 91.5%. We then learned that if this is all true, then a significantly high amount of people in our area of being uninsured would be 24.89 and above, and given this, a significant low amount of people would be 9.11 people and below. But the probability of our ending result that we had is 0.63%. In conclusion, the Census Bureau gave 8.5% as the amount of all Americans who are uninsured. However, the probability of it being 8.5% in our area is 6.3% chance. This shows our survey produced significantly high results and also contradicts what the Census Bureau states. Now, thank you so much for listening to my application problem, and I look forward to sharing more.